Okay, now that we've created the login page and the shopping page, our last task is to create the view shopping cart page. So here we are on the shopping page. If we click on view shopping cart, this is what we have to populate. And it's not much. It's not really much different than this page, of course, but instead of showing all the books, we just show the books that have actually been selected. And the part of the API that we need to use, let's look at the API, is if on the page where we're actually selecting books, we use the get books method to get the books. On the cart page, we just to get the books that are actually in the cart, we use the get cart API. And if since you've already coded the get books page, it's really get cart is pretty derivative of get books, so you should be able to actually code it without seeing any more of this video. But just in case, I am going through the process so that you can do it. Okay, so here we are on we're here in client.js. Let's look at the actual cart, and the onload method calls the getCart function. So let's go back to client.js and stick in a getCart method. And here we have the getCart method, and it's just running a standard fetch method or with to the server, and it's returning then the getCart response returns the books that have actually been selected. And let's just test that out right now, see what happens. So here we are logging in, and let's just choose John Stuart Mill. Now if we look at the view shopping cart, objects being returned, but we don't know what's in that actual object. And I should actually correct myself. It shouldn't be an object. It's going to be an array of objects, right? At least if we look at the API, that's what it should be saying. So getCart returns an array of JSON book objects, yes. Okay, so just like in the page where we select the books, we have to build another method that unpacks the array of objects and iterates through them. So let's do that next. So now I've taken the alert out, and I've just called a display cart function, and I'm passing the array of books object to the display cart method. And then I'm doing pretty much the same sort of process that I did with on the select books page. I'm just iterating through the array of books, building a table, and then displaying the appropriate objects in the cart. That's all I'm really doing. And it looks like I have a little extraneous code here. For example, here I'm actually trying to determine whether this is a legacy code, because I copied this code and just modified it slightly from the select books page. I probably don't need this. Let's get rid of it. And run our page again and see whether it's working. And let's click Max Weber and Karl Marx and see what happens. And we're going to get the appropriate thing here. Okay, that's pretty much a wrap.